Assalamu alaikum student. Dr. Naveed Shahad, your course instructor is here. Today this is our 28th lecture. In this lecture we will talk about herbicide resistant plants. Let's start. First, what are the herbs or weeds? Weeds are the unwanted and useless plants that along with crop plants. Weeds compete with crops for light and nutrients beside various pathogens. So it is estimated that the world crops yield is reduced by 10 to 15% due to the presence of weeds. Herbicides are the broad spectrum as they can wide range of the weeds. Herbicides are actually those chemicals which can kill weeds or herbs present in the crops. Uh, what are the ideal herbicides? Ideal herbicides are to possesses the following characters like capable of killing weeds without affecting crop plants. Herbicides are not toxic to animals and microorganisms. These are rapidly translocated within the target plant and also rapidly degraded in the soil. So in this way herbicides are not toxic other than herbs, and they fulfill the requirement of biosafety. What are the effects of herbicides? When herbicides are sprayed on field, they cannot distinguish from crop and weeds. Scientists have developed genetically modified crops that are resistant to herbicide. Several classes of herbicides are effective for broad spectrum weed control. Act by the inactivating vital enzyme involved in photosynthesis. To face this problem, herbicide resistant plants are generated. Herbicide resistant plants. Herbicide resistant plants are the plants having the ability to reduce herbicide sensitive target in the plant which bind to the herbicide. Genes for resistance against certain herbicides have been introduced into crop plants so they can thrive even when exposed to herbicides. What were the objectives to develop transgenic plant? First is the modification of plant enzyme target of herbicidal action to reduce it insensitive to herbicides. Other is overproduction of unmodified target proteins, permitting normal metabolism to occur even in the herbicide presence. Next objective is the introduction of an enzyme to degrade herbicide prior to its action. Uh, the examples of herbicide resistant plants are the following, like herbicide resistant plant of soybean, maize, cotton, tomato, rice, potato, tobacco, sugar beet, and wheat. These all plants have been made herbicide resistant by using different strategies. What is the mechanism to develop herbicide resistant plant? The introduction of a gene coding for an herbicide detoxifying enzymes. Other is introduction of gene coding for herbicide insensitive form of a normal functioning enzymes, or overexpression of the genes coding for herbicide target enzyme such that normal metabolic functioning is still achieved in plant even though some of the enzyme is inhibited. Modification of herbicide target enzymes is such a way that herbicide molecule does not bind to it. This is the flow chart of ischemic acid pathway. This ischemic acid pathway is a normal pathway present in plants and in some fungi. This pathway is actually for the synthesis of three aromatic amino acids: phenylalanine, tyrosine, and tryptophan. These three aromatic amino acids are essential for growth and development of plants. If these aromatic amino acids cannot be synthesized by the plants, then those plants cannot grow further. Their growth will be stopped and ultimately go to the wilting. So in case of developing herbicide resistant plant, in case of developing herbicides to kill herbs or weeds, an important enzyme which is used in this pathway have been inhibited or blocked by the herbicides. Look here, first one step of this pathway is the ischemic acid. Ischemic acid converted into the ischemic acid 3-phosphate. Then ischemic acid 3-phosphate change into 5-enol pyruvyl ischemic acid 3-phosphate by the action of the EPSP synthase enzyme. After this, 5-enol pyruvyl ischemic acid 3-phosphate converted into the corazimic acid. Then this corazimic acid directly synthesize phenylalanine, and in case of other two amino acids, corazimic acid converted into the anthranilic acid, and then synthesize tryptophan and tyrosine. Actually here glyphosate, which is a herbicide, will degrade or block EPSP synthase enzyme. So ischemic acid will stop in the weeds or herbs, and herbs cannot be grow further. Same pathway is working in our desired crops. When we apply herbicide on the herbs which are going with our desired crop, then this herbicide also affect our plants ischemic acid pathway. So we will have to control or save this EPSP synthase in our desired crop, so that glyphosate cannot be affect this enzyme. What are the strategies for engineering herbicide resistance? A number of the biological manipulations involved in genetic engineering are in use to develop herbicide resistant plant. First is the overexpression of EPSP synthase gene. First strategy is overexpression of EPSP synthase enzyme or gene. Second one is the use of mutant EPSP synthase gene. Third is detoxification of herbicide by a foreign gene. Then how we can develop glyphosate resistance in crop plants? First strategy is overexpression of EPSP synthase gene. An overexpression gene of EPSP synthase was detected in petunia plant. This is an ornamental plant with purple and white color flowers, looking very good. Gene from petunia was isolated and introduced into another plant. The transgenic plants can tolerate glyphosate 2 to 4 times higher than that required to kill wild type weed plants. So in this way, transgenic plant with petunia gene can grow in herbicide related environment. This is overall view of transfer of petunia gene into the bacterium and then into the plant. As you know better about this, how is the process of transformation, involvement of agrobacterium and TI plasmid, and then ultimately our desired gene introduced into the plants. We have already discussed about this. Next strategy is the use of mutant EPSP synthase. Mutant type EPSP synthase can be used due to mutation in this gene. Glyphosate may not be affect this gene or affect this enzyme. EPSP synthase mutant gene resistant to glyphosate was found in Streptococcus typhimurium bacteria. It was found that a single base substitution C to T change in amino acid from proline to serine. इसमें लिटिल बिट म्यूटेशन है, सिंगल बेस म्यूटेशन है, साइटोसिन की जगह थायमीन लगा हुआ है, जिस वजह से फिर आगे अमाइनो एसिड भी चेंज हो जाता है. पहले प्रोलीन लगता है साइटोसिन की कंडीशन में, देन थायमीन की वजह से फिर इसमें सीरीन लग जाता है. सीरीन की वजह से ये EPSP सिंथेज जो है म्यूटेंट हो जाता है. दिस एंजाइम कैन नॉट बाइंड टू ग्लाइफोसेट यूजिंग agrobacterium as a vector. Mutant EPSP synthase was introduced into tobacco plants, but this is failed. Why failed? What was the reason behind this? It was later known that ischemic acid pathway occurs in chloroplast. Mutant EPSP synthase was produced in cytoplasm. This gene is not capable of transported to chloroplast. Then later years, mutant EPSP synthase gene was tagged with chloroplast specific transit EPSP synthase enzyme that freely enter chloroplast and confer resistance against herbicide. This is the overall view of transformation of desired gene into nuclear genome. Then in other case, transformation of gene into the chloroplast, as we have already discussed chloroplast transformation. सो जस्ट इसमें आप देखें कि एक केस में, अपर केस में जो फिगर में आप देख रहे हैं लेफ़्ट साइड पे, कि क्लोरोप्लास्ट के अंदर रेड कलर में बैक्टीरियल EPSP सिंथेज एंजाइम पैदा हुआ है, और जो लोअर वन लेफ़्ट बॉटम पे है उस केस में एंडोजीनियस EPSP सिंथेज भी है और बैक्टीरियल EPSP सिंथेज का जीन वर्क आ रहा है और वहाँ पे ये एंजाइम है, दोनों एंजाइम हैं। लेकिन आप देख रहे हैं कि हर्बिसाइड जो है वो, क्योंकि ये न्यूक्लियर लेवल की ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है, तो जो यहाँ पे जो एंडोजीनियस प्लांट EPSP सिंथेज है वो इनहिबिट कर दिया जाता है बाय द हर्बिसाइड, जो कि वाइट कलर में आप देख रहे हैं उसको इनहिबिट कर रहा है, लेकिन रेड कलर में जो शो हो रहा है वो अभी एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है। तो लेकिन इसको भी अगर बैक्टीरिया के EPSP सिंथेज को हम क्लोरोप्लास्ट में ट्रांसफॉर्म करेंगे तो ये बेटर होगा। तो अल्टीमेटली फिर लेटर ईयर में यही किया गया कि क्लोरोप्लास्ट ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की गई और EPSP सिंथेज जो है अफेक्टिव रहा, प्रॉपर्ली वर्क करता है। थर्ड स्टडी इज डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन ऑफ ग्लाइफोसेट. Soil microorganism possesses enzymes glyphosate oxidase that convert glyphosate to glyoxylate. This gene was isolated from Orchobacterium anthropi and was introduced into the crop plant. For example, soil seed rape. Here you look glyphosate change into the glyoxylate in the presence of enzyme glyphosate oxidase. Fourth one option is use of combined strategy. Strategy 1, 2, 3 can be used collectively to develop high resistance in plants. High resistance is acquired when the above three strategies combine together. By this approach, mutant detoxification overexpression genes were applied in the same organism, thus provides high resistance. This is herbicide tolerance. You look on the GM crop and weed. 63%, more than 63% of GM crop grown globally have herbicide tolerant traits. So these traits have been achieved through the introduction of a gene from a bacterium and confer resistance to some herbicides. You look in figure, herbicide applied on the GM crop as well as on weed, but GM crop grow in a way, while weed killed due to the application of herbicides? This is a coffee plant. On in figure A, coffee plant is herbicide resistant or herbicide tolerant, but in figure B, this is herbicide sensitive plant. You can differentiate between these two plants and their growth. Herbicide tolerant plant is growing with a good vigor in the presence of herbicide or with the application of herbicide, but in case of B, coffee plant is not growing properly but going to be die due to the application of glyphosate herbicide. So in this way we can understand what is the role of herbicide resistant plants in our agriculture field. So student, this is all about herbicide resistant plants. You may get lot of knowledge about this topic. You will have to make more study to get better knowledge.